Morning, Daryl. It's 5:38 in the morning. You know who in the West Coast time, the Weaver Agency of Rosamond, California. It's the 26th of March, 2024, Tuesday, time marching on. Responding to the video regarding of the Thai guy, Twitter's already put the post down. I mean, they made it unavailable for this one. But they did make it unavailable for the cannibal. I didn't see the video. I just read the reports. So basically, human desecration of things. And didn't they do a CSI Las Vegas story about a cannibal? That's a hell of a thing to wake up to in early in the morning and expect to keep a breakfast down. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, the TMZ story, the People's story, and the local ABC affiliate on that one. Yeah, stories like this ought to be used for October, not for Easter, not for springtime, because we expect to be grossed out. We want to be grossed out in October. That's the time to be grossed out and throw up and be very disturbed about it. Do you realize that springtime is not necessarily the time for zombieism, cannibalism? There were tribes, if I am not mistaken, probably still believed in that. You're part of a guy's flesh and they're going to live forever or something about it. I don't know. I never could quite get into the damn thing because it's basically repulsive. It's repulsive. So, here's another thing about being repulsed. Politics going on left or right on YouTube. If I happen to turn one way or another way on the channels, I'm constantly seeing this damn thing. But there was one thing that surprised me. So, getting the gross out on this one here. How about we get you back into oh memories, and not just your the other ones are disturbing enough anyway. No, we're talking about watching television, sticking your face in front of it, and just going as a kid. 79. There was a television show called Salvage One. Continuation of this one show Andy Griffith did called Salvage. Played a junkyard guy. And he heard about how much millions and millions of dollars are on the moon. And nobody there to collect the trash. Him being a recyclable guy, dealing with a junkyard since that's his specialty, he's going to build a rocket ship. He's going to fly to the moon. But he wants people to go up there because he can't do it and salvage the stuff and come back. So he hires an astronaut. He has engineers. But he also hires a chemical expert concerning about the rocket fuel. And they build out of junk, completely out of junk, Vulture 1. Growing up as a kid, I looked at this damn thing on the screen. I'm like, whoa. You take a cement truck, the mixer, take that portion of it. Get a used engine, probably let me see, first or second stage if they still existed during those days. And other things in his junkyard. He made this a two-man crew. Almost could be three-man. Um, Cement mixer as the cockpit. Do some fixing on this thing. You would have a ship. The special fuel that they would use in this ship. The more fuel they used up, the more cargo room they got, so they could throw stuff on there and haul ass to Earth. Now keep this in mind. The physics involved in having a ship out there. I'm no physicist, but as much as I learned a little bit about science in itself, it's not possible. I mean, theoretically in science fiction, yeah, anything's possible. We can make it possible. But in physics, As far as I know, in engineering, we have yet to have that kind of imagination to make that kind of a ship going. Have you seen the commercial ships that they're using these days? The most powerful ship that got built, bigger and taller than the Apollo 1 spacecraft or the Apollo spacecraft. I'm not talking about going to the Skylab. I'm talking about one going to the moon. You got two main sections, and then you got the third section with the service module with the one nozzle in the capsule on top of it. Compared to SpaceX and their monstrosity, or even NASA's Intrepid ship they're trying to get going, testing out, ironing out, and then going to the moon. But SpaceX wants to get civilians on the moon. They want to land that big sumbitch on the moon, one way or another. Last year, NASA had their own ship with a Snoopy doll, I might add, going to the moon and back again. Not landing on the moon, but going around the moon and coming right back. But they would be taking orbital shots at the moon where they want to land at, and then come back. I kept thinking, is it possible for even a guy in a junk store or in a junkyard build himself a rocket out of surplus and stuff? We don't even have that technology. This is back in '79. This is back in '79. NASA was getting rid of their junk or storing it or having it placed one way or another. And this guy builds himself in the storyline a small rocket ship, 2 men, goes up to the moon, collects this stuff, and comes right back down to Earth and becomes a folk hero. It was a feel-good show to watch compared to what we got these days. Turn on the damn internet or turn on the television, and what do we got? Good Lord. I wonder if I was feeling too damn old and grossed out these days. And not just because of cannibalism. I mean, it is a rare thing that we actually run into stories about people in their cannibalistic attitudes and fashions. For survival, it's one thing, but I'm sorry, it's still too damn gross for this kid in the morning dealing with that stuff. And yeah, to remind you, Wasco is in the northern extreme area of Kern County. I'm in the desert region, which is the southeast, right next to LA County. So yeah, we're in the armpit. We're in the armpit of the Antelope Valley. Other than that, uh, Sorry about that, Daryl. Apparently around midnight, uh, East Coast time, your time zone. Out in the Maryland waters, there was a cargo ship exiting and leaving the port areas of Portland, of Baltimore, and struck a bridge hard, destroyed the damn thing. 7 people are missing. I don't know if it's cargo, if it's crew or people itself on the bridge, but waters are cold, practically freezing. It's been about 7 hours on this time index of 5:58, 5:58 in the morning. I'm uh, I'm flabbergasted. I saw this. CNN was showing the pictures of this. F. Scott Fitzgerald Bridge, I think they called it. But there was a major bridge, a very major bridge, that they were supposed to be getting through, and they couldn't. It was not a street bridge. This was one of the major ones. Major, major, major one. High suspension. Actually, steel. And yeah, it's making me feel very sick to my stomach talking about this one. Because there was a major suspension bridge somewhere in the area um, that they hit hard and practically destroyed the damn thing. The cargo ship in the front it's foobar. That it was just unbelievable, unfreaking believable. I'm going to be switching over to local news, see what's going on, see if they got any more information about this one. Yeah, let me do another video on that one a little bit later. I'm just feeling sick to my stomach right now.